How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video. So we are just picking up where we left off in the previous video, and this morning we got our canola field here harvested, and that went very well. We sold the canola straight off the field and ended up making a fair bit of money, and we are currently sitting on 46,698 pounds. So I had a quick lunch and I wanted to come back here just to take a look at this area over here again, and sort of towards the end of the field, because I'm thinking about maybe making this field a bit bigger. We have quite a lot of wasted space that we're sort of farming around, and I'm thinking about coming in here with the chainsaw and cutting out all of these bushes and that tree there, and there's a few bushes and so forth towards the end of the field there, and then we can bring the plow in and we can make this field quite a bit bigger. Now, I would like to keep the vegetation, to be honest. I do like it, but it just doesn't really make sense to farm around this and sort of lose all of that space, because we do have quite a lot of vegetation around on the main farm as well. A lot of trees and bushes, and quite a bit on the south farm as well. So I don't feel too bad for getting rid of it, even though it kind of looks nice, but it doesn't really make sense, to be honest. And I think I'm probably also going to get rid of this fence line over here and the gate. It just makes moving equipment in and out a little bit tricky, and I'll probably get rid of the gate on the other side of the field as well. We don't need it. We don't deal with livestock or anything, at least at the moment. Yeah, that is just unnecessary to have that around. We'll disassemble that and maybe just give it away or sell it. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, while I was down here, I was kind of thinking about this property over here. We've been here for quite a while now, and I've never seen any movement over here, so I don't know what the deal is. It's obviously a horse farm or training facility, and yeah, I don't know. It's completely abandoned, never seen anyone around here. I've never seen it up for sale anywhere, no signboards, anything, so I don't really know what happened here. I would like to kind of find out, and it's a pity that this isn't just a field, because we obviously own the field on the other side there where the shed is, the south farm, and this piece here, so it would have been nice to get this bit in the middle and yeah, kind of join up our two fields on opposite sides. But yeah, I mean, if that ever came up for sale, that would be a huge job to get all of this cleared out, because I definitely wouldn't use it as a horse farm. I know absolutely nothing about horses, so yeah, if I were to ever buy this property, I'll probably just break everything down and yeah, turn this into a field. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. There's tanks and everything sitting around, which is obviously worth quite a bit of money. That shed in itself is worth quite a bit of money. And probably a lot of the equipment sitting on this field as well. So yeah, I really don't know what the deal is with this property. Or maybe ask around someone that may have been around here a little bit longer. And speaking of which, our neighbors up the road, we had a quick chat with them this morning just over the phone. They are thinking about selling a piece of land, which I'm very interested in, and I think I might actually head back up there and have a chat with them later on to see how much they actually want for that property, because I am very interested. So definitely a lot that needs to happen on the farm at the moment, but our priority is still harvesting. We have our east field, the field bean field, which still needs harvesting, and we are going to get straight into that. We have all of the equipment ready to go. Now, I think we'll probably put the Ford with the trailers just on the little road leading towards the linseed field. That'll put it in a good position for us to dump into. But I do think we are going to sit on the field bean for a while. I don't know if we're going to have enough space in the two trailers. I think so. I actually thought we'll need both trailers for the canola field, and we ended up just about filling one of them. Not quite all the way full, but very close. So I don't think we'll have more than two trailers here. I think we'll be lucky to put anything in the second trailer, to be honest. But yeah, we will leave the field bean in the trailers for a little while, maybe a month or two before we sell it, because prices on field bean is currently still going up, and I want to try and obviously sell at the highest price possible. And we don't have any form of grain storage on the property at the moment. I'll have a bit of a jog up here. But yeah, grain storage is something we are going to have to think about probably fairly soon. We are losing a bit of money because of not having that, but obviously it is expensive to get that on the property in the first place. And also the other issue we have is space. Like, I'm not sure where we would put any form of grain storage. I thought maybe once we have the linseed field harvested and we start construction over there to build a little house or a log cabin, we'll have this space here because we'll obviously get rid of this. And maybe we can get 1 or 2 small silos in here, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if it's going to work. We could possibly put one here as well. Maybe 2, although I think 2 will take up too much space. Maybe 1. You can maybe get 1 in here and maybe 2 over here. I'm not 100% sure. I guess we could always put some bins over here. My plan was to build a shed over here, but I guess we could put maybe 2 bins over here. I don't know. I really don't know. We do have the option of putting bins maybe on the south farm, or maybe use some of the space that we want to clear up across the road here at the west field to put some bins up there, maybe towards the end of the field. I'm really not sure what the best plan would be, but we'll have to think about something like that down the line. And yeah, we also need to keep in mind that we have to upgrade our mower and our rower because our grass fields are growing quite quickly and we're going to be mowing very soon. And the equipment that we currently have is not amazing. So yeah, I would like to upgrade that before these fields are ready. We also need to get some fertilizer on these fields, so hopefully we can get that done fairly soon as well. But we need to get that up. Fantastic. And we are gonna get going on our field beans here. We'll probably go around this way. There we are. We are harvesting or combining field bean. And I really hope we get a good yield over here, but we'll have to wait and see. But we are going to get the drone out, and we're going to get this field knocked out. So for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so that is job done, and that went pretty well. Unfortunately, we didn't get quite as much off of that field as I was hoping for. We basically got our one trailer about 3/4 full. I just want to drive a little bit carefully because I did fill the back trailer, so I don't want it pushing the front trailer around, since The front trailer's empty, so we'll just take it easy up here. Yeah, it's not amazing, but it's fine. It's just not as good as I was hoping. But what can you do? So we are going to be sitting on these beans for a while, probably about 6 weeks, I would say, somewhere around there. So I'm kind of thinking about maybe putting this trailer at the south farm, just keeping it under that roof. And not that it really makes a difference, I do have it topped, but I don't know, I think I'll feel a little bit better if we have that under a roof, but we'll get this disconnected here for now. I'll make a decision on that, and I'll maybe just move it a little bit later on. The Ford will leave here for the minute because I need to get that cleaned up. The combine and the header I already have cleaned up and put away, so that is ready to go. But before we carry on, what I want to do is I want to head up to the neighbors that are selling that field, or at least thinking about selling that field, and I want to find out how much they would want for it, so that we can sort of plan accordingly, because I am very, very interested in that field. We will have to change the entrance, though. The entrance is a bit awkward, because we kind of have to go through their fields to get to that field. But that's not a big deal. We can just cut out a bit of the hedge and create an entrance over here on the north side. But yeah, I just want to see if they are really serious about selling this field, and if so, how much they want for it. And like I say, it just puts us in a position where we can sort of plan around it financially. And yeah, also we would have to, well, upgrade some of our equipment if we do buy this field, because we're going to be mowing that before we plow it in and get that reseeded and, well, lime fertilized and reseeded. So yeah, hopefully someone's home. Looks like someone's home. I did notice a nice mower. That is a John Deere 1365, maybe a 7365. I think it's a 1365. I don't know. The sticker's kind of gone on that. That is a nice mower. See, something like that would be a nice upgrade for what we've currently got. But anyway, I am going to have a quick chat with them and see if we can make a deal on that field. And then we'll head back to the farm and get some more work done. Alright, so that went very well. They are indeed serious about selling that field, which is good. And they are looking to get £40,000, which honestly I think is a good price for that field. It is a big field. I did, however, try to negotiate the price a little bit, but they were not budging. They were firm at $40,000. What I did manage to do, though, is I asked them about that mower sitting out front. Obviously, I was going to ask them about the mower because it just seems like an odd place to put a mower. I knew something was up with it. And they are planning on selling that mower. They were going to put it up for sale in a few days here. So what we ended up agreeing on is $40,000 for the field, and they throw the mower in as well. So I think that is a great deal. We get our mower upgrade and we get a nice big field. We'll, like I mentioned earlier, just have to create another entrance on that field, maybe on the north side, so it's closer for us. But yeah, I am very, very happy with that. The mower looks to be in good condition. I do know them pretty well, and I know they take care of their equipment, and they did say it's been well kept, so I trust them on that. So yeah, I am very excited about that. Now obviously that is $40,000 excluding fees, so we'll probably end up paying somewhere in the region of about $42,500, which isn't too bad. But yeah, we are going to get that process started, and once the money is paid over and we take ownership, we'll head up there and we'll grab the mower and we'll get that field mowed and collected, well, mowed, rowed and collected. And yeah, hopefully by that time, the silage that we have, or the chaff that is currently fermenting in the bunker, will be ready so we can get that sold, so we'll have space for that grass to go into. But yeah, we'll see how all of that works out. I think the timing will work out on that, but yeah, like I say, we'll have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, exciting times. I'm really looking forward to starting work on that field, and we'll get it mowed, collected, get it into the bunker, and then we'll do what we did on the south farm. We'll get the field completely plowed up, we'll get it limed and fertilized, and then we'll reseed it again with grass, just to make sure we get a nice high yielding grass off of that field. But we have got a little bit of work left before we lose too much daylight here. because it is 3:45 already. I need to grab the weight over here at the south farm. I left it here. I actually accidentally brought it over here, but anyway. We'll grab it, we'll take it back to the farmyard, because we're going to need that for lifting those fertilizer bags. We need to get some fertilizer into the spreader. We'll get the spreader onto the John Deere, and we are going to get our 2 grass fields fertilized, and then they should be ready to go. We shouldn't have to worry about them after that. We'll just leave them to do their thing, and hopefully in a few weeks' time we'll be able to get in there and get a nice cut off of them as well. So yeah, we are definitely gonna fill a good chunk of this bunker, I think, with having 3 big fields. Now, I don't know what the yield is gonna be like on this new field, because I do know they haven't really done much with that field in a long time, so I don't think it was fertilized or anything like that, but we'll see. It's still a big field, so I think we'll get quite a bit of grass off of there, so that is good. The only other thing we're gonna have to keep in mind is a rower. The rower that we currently have isn't too bad, but I would like something maybe a bit more modern and maybe slightly bigger. But I'll keep an eye out and see what we can find. We do have a little bit of time yet before we need that. Yeah, we are going to get this all hooked up. We'll get the front loader on here, and like I said, the spreader onto the John Deere. Looking forward to getting the John Deere out in the field again. We don't really use it as much as I would like to, but yeah, the Ford is really the workhorse on the farm, but it's definitely still worth having the John Deere on the farm, and I would keep it anyway. Even if our operation completely outgrew it, I would still keep it, just because that's where it all started. But yeah, we are gonna get this all connected up. There's gonna be a bit of equipment shuffle and so forth, and we're gonna get into this field, get that knocked out. So for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so that is job done, and that really didn't take too long at all. The little spreader there actually has a really good working width, and with the fertilizer being quite a low application rate, there was no refilling required either. So yeah, jobs like that go nice and quick, and it's a nice old job just to finish off the day. Now, I did get everything put away and cleaned up, and I did take the field bean trailer down to the south farm, so we've got that under a roof. It's not really necessary, but it just makes me feel a little bit better, and make sure we keep those beans nice and dry for a few weeks before we sell them. And I was taking a look at the silage that we have over there, and it seems to be ready to go, which is good news. So we're going to have to get a silage fork for the front loader, and then we can use that along with our forage wagon to get that loaded up, and we can get it sold. Prices, unfortunately, at the moment for silage is spiraling downwards pretty quickly, but it's not going to recover until, well, around the end of the year by the looks of it, and we are going to need that bunker way before then. So I think the best thing to do is just to sell it as quickly as possible before it hits rock bottom. So we'll take a look at that in the next few days. We'll get that sold. And yeah, we'll get that bunker open up for when the sale comes through on the property a little bit further south there from our neighbors. Then we can get that mowed and get that into the bunker. And hopefully by the time that is ready, prices will be nice and high again. But we are going to leave it there for today. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time.